For generations, stories of giant beings have lived on in myths and legends, and sometimes even in surprising real-life accounts. But could it be that actual traces of these towering individuals still exist in the world today? Who are these people? And what makes them remarkable beyond their massive size? Join us as we find out. Robert Wadlow, born in 1918, remains the tallest person in recorded history. Though he passed away young, his story left a lasting mark. At birth, he weighed 3.9 kilograms, an average size, but began growing rapidly. By 6 months, he weighed 13 kilograms, double the norm. At age 5, he wore clothes for a 17-year-old. By 8, he was 1.87 meters tall and weighed nearly 90 kilograms. When Robert became a Boy Scout at 13, his gear had to be specially made. By the time he graduated high school, he stood 2.54 meters tall and needed 5 times the daily calories of his peers. While his family members were of average height, Robert stood out both physically and in person. Due to his size, he lost feeling in his legs and required leg braces to walk. In 1940, he developed an infection caused by irritation from one of the braces. Despite medical care, he passed away in his sleep at the age of 22. At the time, he was 2.71 meters tall and weighed 222 kilograms. His coffin, weighing over 450 kilograms, needed 18 people to carry. Do you believe his height was a blessing, a burden, or both? Why? Comment and chat with me. If Robert's height sounds unbelievable, what would you say about someone whose hands alone rival a dinner plate? Sultan Kösen was born on December 10, 1982, in a small town in southeastern Turkey. He grew normally at first, but by age 10 he began to grow rapidly. Doctors found he had pituitary gigantism, caused by a tumor that triggered too much growth hormone. By his teens, Sultan was taller than most adults. In his early 20s, he reached 2.51 meters, 8 feet 2.8 inches, becoming the tallest living man in the world. His height brought challenges. He needed crutches to walk, had trouble with simple tasks, and couldn't wear regular clothes or shoes. His hands were over 28 centimeters long, and his shoes had to be handmade in size 22. In 2012, doctors stopped his growth with a special procedure. After that, Sultan began a new chapter, traveling the world, raising awareness for rare growth conditions and inspiring others. In 2013, he married Murad from Syria. Though she was 5 feet 9 inches tall, their connection showed that love is about the heart, not height. Now in his 40s, Sultan speaks at global events, visits schools, and serves as a goodwill ambassador. Once seen as a medical curiosity, he now stands tall in purpose, not just in size. But what happens when someone taller than most buildings you pass every day doesn't want the spotlight? The next story will surprise you. Suntako may have been the tallest man alive, possibly even taller than Guinness record holder Sultan Kösen. Believed to be Ukrainian, Suntako lived quietly, avoiding media attention. What made him stand out wasn't just his height, it was his refusal to be known. A striking photo of him beside a much shorter man, Happy Ping, drew global attention. Ping stood barely above Suntako's waist, making the contrast unforgettable. Reports from 2014 and 2015 claimed Guinness tried to verify Suntako's height, estimating it at over 2.6 meters, about 10 centimeters taller than Kösen. But Suntako declined. No cameras, measurements, or fame. He said the attention made him uneasy. He didn't want to be defined by his size. While others embraced the spotlight, he sought peace. While some giants embraced attention, others lived in near silence, yet one photograph would thrust them into global fame. Want to know why? Before exploring, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just hit the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel so much. And if you do that, I will do everything I can to make this show even better for you. Deal? Elise, a woman from Brazil who stands 2 meters and 7 centimeters tall, is even taller than England's well-known footballer Peter Crouch. Her rapid growth was due to a medical condition that caused pain in her limbs and joints. Her family arranged for surgery to remove her pituitary gland, which slightly reduced her height by 2 centimeters. Still, Elise couldn't stand upright on the school bus like her classmates, who sat comfortably out of reach of the sun and rain. Finding clothes that fit was also a daily challenge. But Elise's story is about more than just her height. Many admire her for her touching love story with Francinando Silva Cavanho, born in 1990, who is 40 centimeters shorter than she is. In 2013, she shared their relationship publicly on social media. The couple quickly drew public attention, not for their height difference, but for their strong bond. Francinando once joked that kissing her required him to stretch his neck and lift his heels, but that it never created distance between their hearts. Speaking of larger-than-life personalities, our next giant didn't just live tall, he wrestled his way into legend. Can strength and struggle go hand in hand? André the Giant, a legendary French wrestler, was nicknamed the eighth wonder of the world for his extraordinary size and strength. He stood 2 meters and 24 centimeters tall and weighed 240 kilograms. Even as a child, he stood out. By age 12, he was over 1 meter 90 tall and weighed 91 kilograms. At 19, he reached 2 meters 10 and weighed 200 kilograms. Diagnosed with gigantism, caused by a tumor in his pituitary gland, André grew rapidly. His hands were so large that he wore a bracelet as a thumb ring, and a dollar bill could pass through it without bending. On a piano, each finger pressed 3 keys at once. Despite rarely training in a gym, André could lift 90-kilogram objects and easily toss 290-kilogram opponents. His strength and presence made him one of the highest-paid wrestlers of his time, earning around $2.8 million. Behind the spotlight, however, was a personal struggle. Wrestling nearly 300 days a year left him exhausted, and he often felt misunderstood because of his size. Those close to him shared that he faced emotional challenges and sometimes turned to alcohol for comfort, reportedly once drinking 106 glasses of beer in a single evening. On January 27, 1993, André died of a heart attack, partly due to the habit of refusing medical care. But even legends have limits. What if your height turned a simple plane ride into a feat of engineering? Romassa Gen, a young woman from Turkey born in 1997, stands 2 meters and 15 centimeters tall. At 25 years old, she is known not only for her remarkable height but also for the challenges behind the attention. Romassa has a rare growth condition that affects only about 50 people worldwide. By the age of 6, she had already reached 1 meter 72 in height. Since childhood, Romassa dreamed of visiting the golden beaches of California and seeing the aurora borealis in Iceland. In November 2022, that dream came true. She boarded a flight for the first time. Due to her condition, which includes a curved spine and joint and muscle issues, she cannot sit upright for more than 2 hours without needing to lie down. To ensure her comfort during the 13-hour flight, the airline customized her experience by removing 6 economy seats and installing a special bed in the cabin. Romassa has spoken openly about being bullied for her appearance and unique facial features. However, with strong support from her family, she has overcome many difficulties and continues to inspire others. She hopes her story encourages people to be more understanding and kind toward those who look or live differently. Yet not all giants reach their heights without pain. What if your legs didn't grow evenly, and sport became your salvation? Murad, who comes from Turkey, is a 28-year-old man who stands 2 meters and 46 centimeters tall, making him the second tallest man in the world. At age 15, Murad was involved in a serious bicycle accident that fractured his pelvis. Since then, his right leg stopped growing, and his left leg became over 15 centimeters longer. Despite these challenges, Murad found strength through sport. He was selected to join Iran's national sitting volleyball team, where he became a standout player. At the 2016 Rio Paralympics, he scored 28 points and helped lead the team to a gold medal. Iran won all 5 matches and lost only 1 set to China, where Murad was named the best hitter for his remarkable reach of 2.3 meters. For daily mobility, Murad often uses a wheelchair or a support net. However, he can still stand when stationary. While he once faced curious stares from strangers, he is now celebrated as a champion, often stopped by fans who want a photo with him. From gold medalist to runway rebel, the next towering figure didn't just stand tall, she redefined beauty standards in the modeling world. But was the world ready? Amazon Eve, standing 2 meters and 3 centimeters tall, is widely recognized as the tallest professional model in the world. Originally from the United States and of German and Dutch heritage, she once studied law before shifting her focus to a career in fitness, where she also taught self-defense to women. Her modeling journey began when she was invited to appear in a magazine photo shoot while visiting Australia. In one widely shared image, she posed next to a model of shorter stature, highlighting the striking difference in height. To balance the photo visually, Eve knelt for part of the shoot, creating a powerful and contrasting image that caught public attention. Despite the publicity, she found limited opportunities in mainstream fashion shows and eventually returned to her passion for bodybuilding and fitness. Her story continues to inspire many as she challenges industry norms and promotes body diversity and strength. Love can be the most powerful story of all, especially when it's between two people whose heights were as unmatched as their hearts were aligned. The love story of Anton, Mann, and Zini is one of the most unique and heartwarming tales in history. Anton, born in 1912 in New Jersey, stood 2 meters and 39 centimeters tall and was recognized as one of the tallest men in the world by Guinness World Records. Zini, who had a rare condition affecting her height and limbs, stood around 75 centimeters tall. Despite facing many challenges in life, including emotional hardship, Zini found happiness when she met Anton. The couple eloped and married on September 8, 1936. They later toured together and eventually settled in Florida, where they became beloved members of their community. Locals often saw Anton carrying Zini on his shoulders or gently holding her in his arms, a symbol of their deep bond and care for each other. Their love gave Anton strength and joy throughout his life. He passed away in 1962 at the age of 50. If this journey into the world of real-life giants gave you chills or made you say no way, go ahead and like the video. It helps more curious minds like yours find it. But now let's move from documented giants to something far more mysterious. What if ancient legends and strange bones in caves held a hidden truth? In 1911, miners digging for bat guano in Lovelock Cave, Nevada, uncovered unusually large human-like bones, some nearly 10 feet tall with broad skulls and red hair. Oversized sandals and large handprints on cave walls added to the mystery. These findings resembled Paiute legends about red-haired giants called the Ztk, who were said to have been trapped and perished in a cave fire. While some researchers believe the bones were misidentified, others suggest the findings were overlooked because they didn't align with mainstream history. The mystery remains unresolved. And if that gave you chills, just wait. What lies deep in the jungles of South America may shake the very ground of accepted history. In the wilderness of Ecuador and Peru, they uncovered unusually large skeletons, reportedly 7 to 8 feet tall, resting in ancient tombs. These were not just stories. The bones were documented, measured, and studied. However, opinions diverged. Some scientists suggested the remains reflected natural variation in human stature. Others remained open to alternative explanations. Some speculated that such discoveries, if widely accepted, could challenge conventional historical understanding and prompt deeper inquiry into the past. Still think giants are just a myth? Our final destination takes us to ancient China, where real archaeological digs may have unearthed something world-changing. Travel halfway around the world to Shandong Province, China. In the small farming village of Jiaojia, archaeologists excavated layers of earth dating back 5,000 years. What they uncovered wasn't gold or treasure, but unusually tall and well-built skeletons. These Neolithic individuals measured over 6 feet 2 inches, significantly taller than the average height of around 5 feet 5 inches for that time. Why were these early farmers so tall? Some researchers suggest genetics or a protein-rich diet may have played a role. Others propose there may be additional factors still unknown, waiting to be uncovered through further study. The graves indicate these individuals held high status. Their tombs were larger, sturdier, and filled with offerings, suggesting they were prominent figures in their communities, not just in stature but in social standing. Which of these giants surprised you the most? The ancient legends or the ones walking among us today? Drop their name in the comments. We want to know who truly towered over your imagination. If you found today's video interesting, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support is very important to us. Be sure to check out the next video appearing on your screen. You're sure to love the content we bring. Please leave a comment about which country you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.